Okay. Hey, we're back again. Coon Prairie Ramblers. Yeah, we got the wagon circle. We got KC and the Moonshine Gang.
Right here.
We got Luke the Rebel without a clue. Yeah, right there. And we got Jane. You Tarzan, me Jane.
There
right?
you go. That works. Hey.
From the Habitat of Humanity. And you got me, the affable mailman.
Actually, it's Sneezy from the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, it is.
After that last segment.
Hey, there was a lady who was commenting on our Facebook page, and she said, the fleet-footed mailman. She misunderstood it.
She meant to say flat-footed.
Flat-footed?
Because last week I said fleet.
He's a
fleet of foot mailman. Anyway. So we got Jane here, and we're talking about, what are we talking about?
Homeless service.
We were talking about DeSoto Cares Homeless. Yeah,
I'm a paycheck away from being that.
A lot of us are. A lot of us are.
Yeah.
We got a lot
Especially
of folks.
You.
We got a lot of folks in the community that are homeless, and we don't even, a lot of times we don't see them or we don't realize how many. Every year we do a survey and find out how many. And this last January we had 56 that we knew of.
Yeah.
That are actually what we call chronically homeless. They're on the street. They're in tents. They may be sleeping in a shed, that kind of thing.
Do you ever go out and visit those tents?
Yeah, we go out every Tuesday. Not me, but we have a crew, a couple guys by the name of Mike and Clifford.
Yeah.
They go out every Tuesday, and then any other time we need them to. We call them our on-the-street guys. So.
On Facebook, back at Christmas time, a lady I know, she used to drive a taxi, one of the taxis in town, and she and her family took a bunch of dinners, in the styrofoam, and went out, and they videoed it.
Oh, cool.
As they went out into
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, as I was looking at it, thinking, and I knew the lady, and I knew the kids that were out there, and I'm thinking, I can't place the location. I could, because it was out in the jungles.
The jungles, you don't see it.
Yeah.
Well, they have a lot of trust issues because they don't want to be found or they get kicked out of where they're at. So, you have to be careful.
They usually get in a wooded area and kind of clean out a little bit, in the middle. Underbrush a wooded area, and they live up in there.
Yeah. And right now with the cold weather, it gets a little cold out there too. So they're in. A couple of them were in this morning getting some hot coffee and a hot shower. And
where specific? Where did they come to?
They come to DeSoto Cares Service Center, which is on South Orange, 159 South Orange. We're right by the Center for the Needy. We're about 2 doors down.
Orange and Pine.
Oh, okay.
Orange and Pine.
And Pine, yeah.
And what are some of the other things you need besides socks?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff, but I tell you, our 4 big ones right now would be socks, number 1, tube socks, that kind of thing.
But that's so 70s.
But they like them.
Oh, okay.
They like them.
Yeah, okay.
Those
you get the warmth too from the tube stock as compared to the low stock.
Yeah.
You do, and you also get. Now think about this: if you're living in the woods, you want to have something on your ankles because you don't want to get bit up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I found that out about shirts too. Like when I donate long shirts to them, they want long sleeve, even in the heat of summer, because of the bugs. Keep the bugs off them. So bug spray is a big one right now too. It's not as bad right now with the cold. But as soon as it starts to warm up again, we'll need bug spray. Deodorant, men's deodorant especially. We have a lot of folks that are men.
You're saying about us men.
Yeah, I think y'all need to be less stinky. No, that's wrong.
So
that's
speaking
wrong.
of the bugs, they may have like bug bite problems, huh?
Yes.
Or a lot of flea bitten, mosquito bitten.
So we have some first aid there at the center, and it's all free. Everything we have is free, and everybody that volunteers there is free. So we don't have any, any paid people at all.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, but the people that anybody could end up homeless,
right?
But the ones that are in tent city,
chronically homeless, under the bridge,
Because there's other people that are homeless. There are some people that are homeless that live with different people at different times.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of them are what they call couch surfers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard that term.
Yeah.
And they go from one home and they say, and then finally all of a sudden they say, well, I need to move on. So they go to somebody else's house and they live on their, basically living with somebody else on their couch. And they're still technically homeless.
They don't
have a home of their own.
Along with that, the sad part is we've got some young people that are maybe 17 years old, 16, 17, that are trying to finish high school, and yet they're couch surfers. No. Their folks have kicked them out, or folks can't keep them, or the folks aren't in good enough shape themselves.
Sad.
You know, so, but we give them credit. Those are ones we're actually working with the school board, too. They have a homeless liaison, Kathy Alderman, and she's on our board also. And we're trying to make sure that they can finish school, high school, and then eventually, if they want to go off to college, we'd make recommendations so they get maybe some free housing or something like that. Yeah, so there's people like that. I'm like, wow, couch surfing.
No, there's probably not an age range. I mean, it's probably all ages, or yeah. I mean, your elderly aren't probably out there.
Yes, yes, we have a lot of people. Okay. In fact, a lot of our folks are anywhere from 50 on up. Would be the majority of our homeless folks. Is there
another type of catchment or a place for them to end? I mean, as opposed
for them to go?
Yeah. I mean, when you get to a certain age, I mean, like like Medicare kicks in or something, or
they can have Medicare, but a lot of times they need a mailing address.
Yeah.
So our service center has an actual mailing address with a post office box, with a box for them. It's not a post office box; it's a box. So, like Habitat's address is 10 South DeSoto Avenue, number 200. Well, they're 159 South Orange, number 1A. So they each have lock boxes.
Oh, that helps a lot.
So give them services like that, because they can't. Some of the services they can't get unless they have something like that. So
I guess a lot of them are have mental issues,
challenges. Yeah, emotional. Yeah. Some of them are veterans. There was one we didn't even count last year because he was hidden so good.
PTSD.
And he has PTSD. And we're working with him with Habitat now, but. We got veterans out there that are.
I think hurting. Sometimes people like to discount certain mental issues as being almost, I hate to say made up, but I mean, a lot of people think, well, that can't be that severe. But it can be. A lot of people.
Well, a lot of people have a hard time understanding what PTSD means. I mean, you know what it means, but like in the back of their mind, they're thinking, what?
Yeah.
Or
get over
kidding
it.
me? Yeah, get over it.
I thought get over it.
Yeah.
Really.
And I had we talked about it on the show here one time that I had issues with myself thinking if it's not my problem, somebody else needs to just, get over it. Like if you're depressed.
Yeah.
Get over it. But now I started realizing some people can't get over it. I mean, it's not just something you can kick to the curb and say, okay, I'm happy now.
Yeah. Well, I talking to people makes a big difference. When you get to talk to somebody who's got the issue, that's when you find out. Like the one I talked to who has PTSD, that Habitat's working with, he was on the landmines. His job was to locate and identify and diffuse.
That would keep you sad.
Not only sad, but what happens if you miss one?
Yeah.
What kind of guilt you got?
Yeah.
Holy cow, I wouldn't want to live with that. He did that for 4 years. Man. So imagine the guilt. One day he actually drove over one and with the Jeep. He had a walker in front of him. The walker missed it. He and his Jeep missed it. The Jeep behind it triggered it. So, when you see stuff like that, yeah. That's too.
A lot of people have survivor, what is it called, issues, or you wonder why I made it through that and why someone else didn't make it through that.
Yeah.
I should have been the one that died, not someone else.
Oh, we're getting depressing here. We got to get up.
Oh, man.
Let's get back up. But some of the other stuff you can do, combs. We don't think of it. I, at home, have a drawer full of combs. My husband has a drawer full of combs. Combs, donate them. If they're already used, just wash them and bleach them and bring them, We'd like that.
Ink pens?
What's that?
Ink pens.
What are 8 pens?
Ink pens.
Ink pens.
Oh, ink pens? I don't know if they carry those. Why, you got a light of drawer there?
Yeah, you talked about a drawer full of comb. I got a drawer full of ink pens.
We need to check you into something and find out why you got. We need to find out why you got.
We also need to go pay the piper.
It's time to get out of here one more time. We'll be back shortly.